This is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined once again by unbeaten middleweight Danny Dignum. Danny, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Very well.
Good, glad to hear it. You've got a fight, obviously, just over a week away now, defending your WBO European title against Grant Dennis. How eager are you to get back in the ring? We haven't seen you out since, April?
Yeah, April last year. I'm eager. I was unlucky last year. I was meant to fight in December, and I was out running, and I've done the same run. I can't even count how many times I've done it. And I rolled my ankle, and there's no way I would have been able to fight with it. So that one got cancelled. And I'm looking forward to this one. I can't wait to get back in there.
The last time we saw you, it's the first blemish on your record. You're still unbeaten, but it was a draw with Andrei Sorokin, who we obviously saw here against John Ryder in the past. Just tell us your reflections on that fight.
Yeah, listen, he's a difficult fighter, especially to prepare for. Do you know what I mean? Because his style was so unorthodox. Like, I've never boxed. I've never been in the ring with anyone of his sort of style. We knew it was going to be a tough fight. I mean, listen, it was a draw. It was a fair result. Do you know what I mean? Some people thought he might have won it by a round. Some people thought I might have won it by a round. Do you know what I mean? So to call it a draw is pretty fair. So he's a good fighter. There's no doubt about it. He's a good fighter. He's listen, it was all good experience. So yeah, it was a draw. It won a loss. So it's not the end of the world.
And Grant Dennis, he's been in with Sorokin, obviously came up short on that occasion. What makes him kind of a dangerous opponent for you this time around? Because you have to get up for it, obviously. You can't see him as an easy fight.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of people out there that are going sort of comparing what I got with Sorokin and sort of how his fight went with Sorokin. But I'm not looking into that because different styles make different fights. I know Grant Dennis, like, he's fit, he's probably strong. Do you know what I mean? This is probably his last chance. So I know for a fact that he's probably training unbelievably hard. He's in good shape. He's up for it. So, and I know that. And I've been training as if this is going to be my hardest fight to date. I don't overlook no one, and I'd be foolish to. So I'm prepared for a hard fight, and I think he's gonna come. He's gonna come and he's gonna give it a good go. So yeah, it's gonna be a good fight.
You were nominated not too long ago for the vacant British title and decided to withdraw from the purse bids and go a different direction. Just tell us the thinking behind that.
Yeah, so obviously I'm in a good position with the WBO. Purse bids was for me versus Linus. I sat down with my manager, and I don't know if I can say it yet or whatever, but I've got to be careful here. Not fight related, but yeah. So I sat down with Lee, and we've got a sort of a plan that hopefully will work out, and obviously I fight by fight. We've got a plan, and it wasn't to go the British title route. So I'm in a good position with the WBO. Obviously, Demetrius Andrade has now vacated the title. There was a thing going. It was like Demetrius Andrade vacated it. Number 2 was fighting for some WBC, some eliminator or something like that.
Jamie Munguia.
Number 3 is Falco. No. Yeah,
Alim Kanuli's number 3, and then Falco. The 2 and 3 are Falcao, and Alim Kanuli.
So Falco is in line to fight Golovkin, I think, for the IBF.
IBF,
is that right?
Correct.
And then I think it leaves, however the rankings work, it leaves Alamaki and then me. So they were saying that probably Falco probably won't fight Alamaki because obviously if he could get a fight with Golovkin, it's a lot more money in it. So
yeah, and a straight title shot instead of an interim as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So I forgot what the question was now, but we was looking. Yeah, like we're looking to go the WBO route, and that's yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you about all of that. So yeah, basically, Demetrius Andrade hasn't vacated completely yet. So he's moving up to super middleweight for an interim title fight with Zach Parker. And he can still come back and defend the middleweight against Alim Kanuli if he decides to after the Parker fight, although he probably won't once he moves up. I doubt he'll come back down. And then the WBO have mandated Falcao and Alim Kanuli to fight each other. But as you said, instead of fighting for an interim, Falcao is in line with the IBF to fight Golovkin, which is a big fight, and I'm sure that's what he'll take. So that would leave the two highest-ranked WBO contenders, if Andrade does vacate, as Alim Kanuli and yourself. So later this year, there's every chance you could be fighting for a vacant WBO world title. How do you feel about that?
Listen, it could happen, and it could happen. I mean, how do I feel about it? I mean, that's what I've boxed my whole life for. I've been boxing since I was 9 years old. I'm 30-year-old next month. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I'm in the job. I'm in the job because I want to reach the best I can be, and to box for a world title and to potentially win a world title would be a dream come true.
People have talked about Alim Kanuli like he's a bit of a bogeyman. Some have accused Andrade of moving up to get away from him. I'm not sure how true that is, but what do you make of him? How much do you know about him?
Oh, he's quality. He's quality, isn't he? I went to Kazakhstan with the GB squad in 2014, and I think he just won the world championships, amateur world championships. And we done a couple of rounds with him. Like, we done a bit of tech sparring with him, and I think I only done 1 or 2 rounds because they was alternating the sparring.
Right.
But he's quality. He is quality. But listen, if that fight ever happened, I would try. I'd go in there with the full belief that I was going to win the fight, and I'd give it absolutely everything.
Do you have any concerns that it's quite a big jump? Not that you couldn't beat someone like Alim Kanuli, but you'd be moving from the level you're boxing at now, and that's no disrespect to Grant Dennis or anyone that you fought, but it's a big leap from a Grant Dennis to someone like him.
Yeah, listen, it is a big leap from Grant Dennis, which is why I'm not overlooking Grant Dennis, because things can happen in boxing. You could have a slip up or anything like that. So it would be a big step up. But then, listen, I've got a draw with Sorokin, who was highly ranked with the WBA. He was highly ranked on BoxRec. He was giving John Ryder a good fight until he got stopped. So,
that was up at super middle as well.
That was super middle. So I do think I could mix it at that level. And Grant Dennis is listen. I've got to make sure that I beat Grant Dennis, because I can't afford no slip ups, and that's why I've been. I dedicate myself and give it 100%, because I don't want to slip up. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to have to rebuild. I want to keep the momentum going. So yeah.
Now, although you don't want to go down the British title route, when you see kind of big domestic fights taking place, and we've got one this weekend in your division, of course, with Eubank Jr. and Liam Williams, are you a bit envious? Is that something you'd like in your own future, a big domestic rivalry on a big stage?
Yeah, listen, I'm not envious of no one. I'm not a jealous person. I wish everyone all the very best, but I'd look at the winner of that fight 100%. I feel like I could mix it at their level. I just got to keep winning the fights that are put in front of me, and I know for a fact that my team are going to deliver the big fights when it comes to it.
And you said you'd like the winner of that fight potentially. Who's going to be the winner of that fight in your view?
Do you know what? I think it's a 50. Obviously, I do rate Eubank. I think he's a good fighter. And I do rate Liam Williams. I think he's also a very good fighter. So I think I generally think it's a 50-50. I think if Liam Williams turns up, and can he bully Eubank? I don't know. Like, Liam Williams is tough, strong. Like, he would try and bully you. But I don't know if he could do that with Eubank. I don't know. I'm going to sit on the fence for it. I generally think it's a 50-50 fight.
And just before I let you go, for people that haven't had the chance to see you box before, what can they expect on February the 11th?
On the February the 11th, they can expect clinical performance, a very educated performance. They're going to see smart, clever boxing.
And just remind the people out there how they can find you on social media as well, so they can get involved.
Yeah, I'm not that busy on social media. But if you,
All right.
I think it's just Danny Dignum.
All right, good stuff. Maybe you'll get busier. You never know. One day. Brilliant. Mate, really appreciate your time. Great to catch up. And, good luck with the rest of the camp. And we'll be watching on the 11th.